Hey guys, it's Christy, and I am back for another Law of Attraction plus Tarot card reading. I'm going to do, okay, there's our first two cards. I'm going to do Law of Attraction, Tarot, and Oracle today, and it's just a general reading. So I'm drawing from two decks. I just got two cards from the Law of Attraction deck, and I'm also going to draw from the Asking It Is Given deck. I hope everybody's doing good today. Thank you for being here. And let's see what the universe has for us today. I've been doing a lot of personal readings and videos, and it's just so nice to feel in the flow. So I decided to do one last reading for the day. This is my last one. But I've been getting a lot of really great messaging, some good practices we could put in place to improve our lives and get more of what we want. And and there we go. Okay, so please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave some comments, especially if you put these practices in place and you see some changes in your life. Then you can let everybody know. Okay, so I got our tarot card. I'm just gonna get our oracle card, and then we'll start talking about the message. I see it starting with, I see myself enjoying absolute continuing abundance. So that's a wonderful place to start. All right, I love this Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck. I've been using it every reading. I just absolutely love it. It's very value added to the messaging. Beautiful imagery. It's got everything. All right, so let's get this one last card, and then we're going to talk about seeing ourselves enjoying absolute continuing abundance. I love the sound of that. So let's see. Thank you, universe, for the message today. There we go. Okay. So here's our first card that I was mentioning. And the message is, I choose absolute and continuing abundance, for I understand that there is no limit to the abundance in the universe. And so by my attracting abundance to myself, I am not limiting another. I think that's really a great point, because a lot of us feel like, oh, well, if I have too much, or if I'm too greedy, then I'm taking from others. And they're saying, no, there's limitless abundance in this universe. And everyone can have whatever it is they desire. And our desires are so diverse. So there is enough for everyone. The key is for each of us to see it and want it, and then we will each attract it. And that's so true, because each of us in our individual lives are wanting different things. We're at different places in our manifestations. And so there is enough for everyone. You don't have to feel like I'm being too greedy and that means someone else can't have what they want. The universe is saying, no, there's enough for everyone, and everyone has their own particular desires anyway. We don't all want the same thing. So the second card is, I use the law of creation deliberately. So they're telling us how to enjoy this absolute continuing abundance. There's the card. I love how it shows the deep roots and the growth up here. The law of creation has two important parts: the desire for the creation and the allowing of the creation. Whether you are thinking of what you desire or the lack of what you desire, the direction of your thought is your choice. The law of creation goes to work upon whatever you are thinking about. So this is a call to make sure that you know what you're putting your attention on. Are you placing your attention on what you want or what you do not want? Because a lot of times we'll find ourselves focused on the lack of what we want, or focused on the things that we do not want. And so we're bringing that vibration into ourselves, and we're drawing experiences that confirm it, because that is what they're referring to, is the law of creation using it deliberately means that we're directing our thoughts, which directs our vibrations, which then, is going to be indicated by what's coming into our lives. So you will know pretty quickly if you're vibrating at what you want or what you don't want, because what's right in front of you. And so that can help you to direct, okay, I must be thinking negative thoughts because this negative result keeps coming to me. And so I can change my thought. That's what they want you to know. They clearly said, you have control of what you think about. So you can either think about those things you don't like, you could complain about it, talk about it, commiserate with others about it, or you could decide, that's not what I want to keep drawing to myself. So I'm going to think about things that bring me a sense of joy, a sense of happiness. And then I will see more thoughts. As when you hold thoughts in your mind, then more thoughts will start to come in that match that thought. And then you have a string of thoughts before you know it that make you feel a certain way. And then you allow, when you're deliberately creating, you have the desire for the creation and the allowing of the creation. That's two separate parts. So you can't just desire it and then block it and expect to have it. You have to create it, have that desire, but you have to allow it to come in. So how can we do that? Our next card is moods are indicators of my emotional set points. I guess we're going to do it through our emotions and our awareness of our emotions. That's super, super important because our emotions are guidance. And if we use them in that way, they don't have to be good things and bad things. They could be our signposts, our signs that are telling us which way to go. It's guidance. So when you continue to focus on any thought, it becomes increasingly easy to continue to focus on it because the law of attraction is making more thoughts like it available to you. This is exactly what I was just talking about, the trails of thoughts. And so emotionally speaking, you are developing a mood or you are achieving a habitual vibrational groove, so to speak, or a set point. And so this is where it's important for you to tap into those thoughts, because then you'll have the emotions and then your emotional set point will match what you desire and you will see it coming in. So I love that. Okay, so the tarot card that I pulled is the Knight of Wands. And I love this for this reading because the Knight of Wands is fire. It's action. It's inspired action. It's knowing what direction you want to go in and taking the inspired actions to get there. So that could not be a more perfect match for this particular message. So to recap here, I see myself enjoying absolute continuing abundance. And the way I'm doing that, I'm using the law of creation deliberately. I'm deliberately deciding what my desires are, and then I'm allowing them. How am I doing that? I'm paying attention to my mood and my emotions. I'm using them as guidance, and I'm thinking in a way that brings me joy long enough to bring more thoughts like that. And I'm practicing this so that I'm seeing the good in more and more situations. And then I am using the fire of the inspired action to get what I want. By the Knight of Wands, excuse me, I hope that I said that right the first time. The Knight of Wands energy is inspired action and charging forward. All right, so let's see what the Oracle has to add to the message. Answers revealed. Sitting quietly with Spirit helps you find the wisdom you need. And an affirmation you can use is Spirit speaks in silence. So this is highlighting the importance probably of meditation and of clearing your mind so that you can receive the inspired action of the Knight of Wands, so that you can have the emotional set point where you want it, to use the law of creation deliberately to bring in absolute continuing abundance. I love this message. It was clear and concise, as it always is. And I hope you guys got something out of it. Leave me some comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers, guys.